Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So finally, the Trick or Treat Studios Rob Zombie 2007 remake of the Halloween franchise is in the house. I've been waiting for this one for a while. I think this one is gonna be a very good figure, so we're gonna find out here. But as usual, I'm gonna show you guys quickly the box here. And again, fantastic box. And you have the title of the movie, 1/6 scale, Michael Myers figure, Rob Zombie film. And then what I like about their boxes is they always put like the movie poster in front. So this one is very cool. Again, from our good folks at Trick or Treat. And on the inside you have like a readout, a quote from Dr. Loomis right there. And a shot of Michael's mask, which is creepy as hell. I always thought that the 2007 Michael was probably the creepiest one, especially when growing up, because he's a lot bigger than the other Michael Myers, and he's very tall and menacing, whereas the other Michaels, on average they're about 6 feet tall, and obviously Tyler Mane is just a monster. And it's a lot more believable when a big guy like this, takes someone off the ground and just, throws them across the room. So yeah, very realistic. So yeah, again, as far as the box goes, this is again a very good touch. The box is larger than usual to accommodate one of the accessories I'm gonna show you guys. It's actually the tombstone. So yeah, and it's actually quite heavy, when the figure is inside with the tombstone. So yeah, let's take a look at the accessories. Okay, so as usual, we have a bunch of hands here. They're very nicely sculpted. You see all the veins. They're very, very good. The wrinkles. You have like the red part around the knuckles. These are very nice. I'm pretty much sure that these are brand new. So again, the sculpt right there, if you take a closer look. Very nice in detail. These are probably their best hands in terms of sculpt, so that's nice. You have like this aggressive hand, a relaxed one, and this one is dirty, which is cool. You have two fists, which are on the figure when you unbox them. They're very nice. This one almost looks like he has blood and whatnot on them. Again, level of details is great. Then you have another relaxed hand. And currently on the figure I have a grabbing hand and the opposite of this one on the other hand. So yeah, this is a little bit disappointing. It should have come with two knives. Obviously this is a clean look, which is cool, but it would have been cool to have a bloody version, or just make a bloody version, all around. But I like the paint application. You can almost see like the steel texture. Again, I'm not sure if those are supposed to be like that or they should be painted. And that's that. And finally, the final accessory is this big tombstone. Let me just actually adjust the camera here because this is pretty big. There you go. It's pretty big. It's it has a good weight. This is not like cheap plastic. It doesn't feel that hollow. Yeah, and the details are pretty nice. Again, it would have been cool to have like a wash into the Myers, in between the leathers and even inside. Because as you can see, there's like a crevice. So I might do that myself, put some black wash. But it is nicely detailed, but again, it's missing that black wash. You have like gray, textures, and you have some dirt. So I might add more. It's not that hard to do. Again, the same in the crevices. But yeah, it's a very nice piece. It's actually very substantial. It's not that small. And you have nothing on the back. And on the bottom you have some like licensing and stuff. So yeah, in terms of accessories, again, the figure doesn't come with a base. But again, for the price, I understand. So what I did, I ordered the same bases I usually have for my other Michael Myers. It pretty much has like the movie poster, so that should come, next week. I might do an update on that once I get it. So yeah. Oh yeah, let's take a look at this badass head sculpt. I really like this. Especially, I like how sunken the eyes are. So depending how you're gonna pose the head sculpt, you know, you're not gonna see the eyes unless if you know, put light on them. As you can see right there. I really like the sculpt. I think it came out very nicely. Again, this is based on the original mask from '78, but it was molded to Tyler's main head. So as you can see the similarities from like the '78 on this profile shot. Yeah, I like the dirt. So it's interesting if they are actually gonna make a battle damage version of this, or even a Halloween 2 version, again the sequel to this movie, to the 2007 movie. Or even if they're gonna do like a Hobo Myers, that's gonna be incredible. Like he had this, the mask was ripped, you can actually see his face, the beard. That would be a very nice figure to see. And I like the head, I like the strands of hair, you have different colors. And I don't know if the mask should have been separated right there, like a cut. Not sure if that's accurate or not. We have the paint application. Very meticulous, as you can see, all the crevices. So overall, fantastic job on the head sculpt. Great job, Trick or Treat. This is very nice. So as far as the body, this is again a big hefty body. Basically what they did is they took the same bodies as on their newer Leatherface's figure. So it's very hefty, very big. I like the proportions. So it's close to 13 inches tall. Unfortunately, I don't think that this is accurate to the movie because Tyler Mane was a lot taller. If you do the math on the figure, it should be close to 13.5 inches tall to be as accurate as in the movie, because I think Tyler Mane is between like 6'7", 6'8", and when they gave him these big boots, you know, he's closer to like 6'9" or something. So yeah, he should have been a lot taller, but again, it's not a big deal. I actually tried what I did with my older Michael Myers figures, especially the 2018 one in Halloween Kills. I went on eBay and I bought this like ankle adapters, so that pretty much made the figure a lot taller. Unfortunately, I cannot do that because, let me try and explain, guys. If I can remove his boot, his ball joints are way too big for those connectors here, as you can see, because it's a bigger body. Let me see if so see, this is a lot bigger. So usually, like I said, what I did to the other figures, I usually connect the connector to this, and then the ball joint actually goes inside the boot. So it made them probably 1.5 centimeters to 2 centimeters a lot you know, longer, making them closer to 13 inches tall. Unfortunately, I cannot do that with this one because that would have been cool. I actually tried and it's not compatible. So that's for those who want to modify their Michael Myers figures, that's a way to do that, but unfortunately with this one it's not possible. So I think that's probably my only nitpick with the figure, because other than that, I mean, this is very accurate. As you can see, all the dirt marks, the blood, slight blood and dirt, but the suit is very accurate. Again, I believe it was made by Tanila, so again, very accurate. All the folds, the textures. Again, I like this like metal buttons, that's very accurate to the movie. The boots are fantastic, as you can see. It has like this sculpted belly, same as the Leatherface figures. So yeah, very nice body. Again, very stiff, but you know, it holds the pose very nice. It doesn't have double jointed elbows, but again, because it's the same body as the Leatherface figures, very nice articulation overall. I like the weathering and everything. So yeah, very solid. The knees are very stiff, so I'm not gonna risk. But yeah, they are very stiff. Yeah, as you can see, they move, but they are very stiff. So that's a good thing because again, it's a very heavy body, and again, proportion-wise, it's fantastic. So actually, I found a trick to make him taller, which is quite unexpected. Again, a second ago, I just popped his head back on. And what I did, if you don't put the head completely on the ball joint, but again, as you can see, it's still movable, it actually creates some space and adds a few centimeters. So as is right now, he's about 13 exactly. So again, which is good. Is a, you know, a good accident what I did. So yeah, like I said, just put the head on, but not completely on. And as you can see, it's still stable. It still moves. But again, you're gonna have a small gap right there. Again, you can see his neck, and I don't think he looks too goofy. I like this. So yeah, again, fantastic figure, guys. This is probably the best Michael Myers that Trick or Treat Studios have done. Again, I like the proportions here, especially the side view. It's very creepy. One thing right off the box, an issue that I have is with the color. Mine was like bunched up like this. So what you can do is just take the color like this and pinch it. Hold that for a couple of seconds and then let it back. It should rest, you know, against the suit, so I have to do a lot more futzing with that. But yeah, this guy is fantastic in hand. Again, I'm gonna do some comparisons with the Leatherface figures and some other Michael Myers, just to show you like the height. But yeah, let's do some poses and go from there. So yeah, again, this is very easy to pose, not a big deal. But look at that, how menacing that is. Boom. Let me again play with the light here and see if I can recreate a creepier scene right there. And again, make sure to stay until the end of the video, guys. I'm gonna do a showcase with this one again, like I usually do with my figures. Yeah, look at that. You can barely see his eyes right there. One of them is dark, the other one is more visible. Again, very creepy. Yeah, I really like this one. Again, it's too bad that they don't come with stands. I mean, how much does a 1/scale figure stand, you know, goes for? I mean, I know they did some separate stands that you can buy. They're about $10, you know, each on their website. So why aren't they including them with their figures? It's kind of stupid if you ask me, but that's the only thing. Again, and this guy is very affordable. I think he was 180 or something like that. Yeah, because I paid 230 Canadian dollars on mine plus tax. So you know, if you compare them to like Hot Toys or Sideshow, when those are like $280, $300, this is very affordable. So that's one of the reasons that I bought all of them pretty much. I'm only missing like Dr. Loomis and the Michael from Halloween 4, I think. Yeah, the one that looks like Elvis. I think that's probably the worst mask in the series. So yeah, excellent figure, guys. Really excited to see if they're gonna do more of these, because so far they're killing it. Okay, so size comparison time. As you can see here next to the 2003 Leatherface is actually the same height. And this one is actually 13 inches tall to the top of the hair, strangely enough. As you can see, let me put Michael closer without doing a mess right there. Yeah, they're about the same height. And as you can see, what I did earlier basically to make him taller is the ball joint on the neck. I didn't plug the head all the way in, so that's why there's a gap right there. And if I compare it to the original 1978 right there, as you can see, there's a pretty good difference. Now, I don't think that this is movie accurate, because again, Nick Castle was 5'10". This Tyler Mane version of Michael was 6'7". Maybe with the boots he was like 6'8 and a half, 6'9". So I don't think that this is accurate. I think he should have been probably more like that in terms of height. So yeah, that's not too bad. Again, he's still bigger than most of, you know, most of their other 1/scale figures. Again, accurate to the Leatherface, because again, they're using the same body. Again, this one is heavily modified by me. I modify his apron right there, added more dirt, dried blood. I did all the rips right there at the bottom to be more accurate. I actually used the screen used costume. I found the image on that, and that's what I use for reference. Again, same on the boots. I did the cut right there, add dirt. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Even his shirt, added some, you know, stains and blood and whatnot. So yeah, And this one I'm gonna leave like that. I don't think he's gonna need more dirt or grime. I like him the way it is, like this. So yeah, in terms of height, again, it's not too bad. It could have been better, but as is, I'm not gonna complain. So yeah, fantastic figure. It's very nice with the other Michael Myers. Alright, so final conclusions, guys. Excellent figure. As you can see, I just put them with the other Michaels from Trick or Treat. Again, it's still weird that they haven't done the Halloween Kills. I'm still wondering why. There's 2018, 2021. That's the remake. 2020, was it 2007? My bad. And the rest. There you go, until the original. I remember when I got this guy, it was very cheap. It was $130 back in the day. I think it was during the COVID days. So yeah, guys, again, I just ordered a similar base like that, in that pattern, but with the movie poster, because again, I like the whole matching look. And if you're wondering, you know, you just go on eBay and type 1/6 scale figure base, or add Halloween to that, and you're gonna find them there. And again, what's cool about the seller can actually customize the way that you want the base. Again, I have this pattern right there, but they also do like similar to what Hot Toys does with their bases. So you have multiple designs in terms of the base, and the price is actually pretty good. It's about 15 to 20 bucks per base, and shipping is like $4 or $5. So yeah, I'm gonna add one as soon as it arrives here. But yeah, fantastic figure. I really recommend this one. Again, I think they did a very good job. Proportion wise, it's very awesome. The new hands are cool. I like the you know, the overalls. The head sculpt is excellent. So let's hope that they're gonna do more versions of the Tyler Michael Myers, like a battle damage version is gonna be cool. Even a Hobo Myers. I think that figure is gonna be awesome. So yeah, this is how it looks with other figures. And very nice display. Boom and boom. Really like the part 2 a lot. I think other than like the 21 kills, and this one is my third favorite on this shelf. Again, I have some other trinkets above, and the NECA figures. So yeah, guys, again, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe, like, let me know what you think about this version of Michael. Did you like the movie? I personally do like the movie a lot, because especially at the beginning, when you see Michael growing up, I like the whole mental health issues that he had. He was obviously a psychopath, and you don't see that in the 78. You know, in the 78, pretty much the movie starts where he kills his sister, like for no reason. And I think Rob Zombie did a very good job to explain Michael during his childhood, you know, with his stepfather being so abusive on him and everything. And then you saw him torturing animals and doing some bad shit. So yeah, that's a very nice touch on the first movie. The second one I think was pretty shitty. I didn't like that, but the first one, again, was pretty cool. So yeah, let me know in the comments below which is your favorite Michael Myers, what actor do you like, and what movie. And as usual, stay safe, guys, and see you soon on the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.